In this week's Parsha, the Saba Makam speaks about doing a cheshbon, doing a spiritual accounting. And he asks a question like this: how could it be that somebody who is intelligent and somebody who knows exactly what he's obligated to do, and he knows the right path that he's supposed to go on, but when it comes down to it, he cannot control himself at all? He's like a little child. So how is this possible, this contradiction, that a person can be so intelligent and still have no control over his animal nature? How is that possible? The answer is that he never worked on controlling the small things, and therefore now he has no way on controlling the big things. He's completely out of control. He did not exercise the muscle of control at the beginning, and therefore it led to greater and greater things. So you can have a person who's super intelligent doing the worst sins in the world, and it's all because he didn't control himself in the small things. He brings the Ramban in Parshas Nitzavim, who says like this: if a person overindulges in something, he becomes more and more thirsty for that thing. Not that he becomes satisfied. The more he indulges in something, the more thirsty he becomes. And it will even come to the point that he'll want things, he'll desire things that are not healthy for him, and they'll be beyond normal behavior, because he expands his desires so much that he starts to go out into the realm of not normal behavior. He says like this: if a man's whole desire is beautiful women, in the end he will come to live with men or animals. This is the Ramban. It's unbelievable. And this is because his soul is never satiated. The more he drinks, the thirstier he becomes. So what do we learn from this? He explains that the eco work that a man needs to do in this world is to control himself on the small things. That's within his domain. That's where he'll get punished. He's not going to get punished in the same way if he lives with an HSC, he's out of control. No, where he gets punished, because he spoke to her in the supermarket. He could have went down a different aisle. Why he went down this aisle? At that point, he had control. At the point we have control, that's where we're obligated. And this is the point that makes all the difference in the world. And the beauty of it is, it's within our control. All the small things that are within our control will determine what will happen in the end. And that's why people don't understand what's with this Orthodox Judaism. They're so makpid, they're so strict on every little thing. The answer is the opposite. Those little things are the things that make the difference. Once things get out of control, so it's all over. No, it's the small things. So on the negative side, we have to realize how we have to be careful with the small things. But on the positive side also, it has a tremendous effect. If we just control ourselves, one of the answers that Chacham gave, just put your shoes underneath your bed, organize. You wake up in the morning, you'll feel better. Or Chazal says not to drink sweet drinks before you daven. If we can control ourselves in the small things, that's what's going to determine whether we're going to be righteous or not. There's the famous example: what's worth more, $10 million or a penny a day, doubled for 31 days? The first day, 1 penny, the second day, 2 pennies, the third day, 4 pennies, 8 pennies. If you do that for 31 days, it'll come out to more than $10 million. It's all the small things that count. And the whole problem is that we don't see the effect of the small things. A kid will say, why do I have to be so makpid? Okay, I was a little late for davening. I didn't do my machronim. I didn't wash my hands after the meal. And before the meal, I washed my hands and I spoke. What's the big deal with all these small things? The answer is that's where you build your muscles to control yourself. A person has to take something. He has to grab something that he has control of. He has to make a decision to get up 10 minutes earlier, or make a decision to go to sleep on time, or not to eat sugar. All the things that are within our control that we can control. This is what's going to lead to a life of righteousness and a life of happiness.
Thank you for listening. To get more enthusiasm for your Judaism, become a free member at globalyeshiva.com.